Yeah, you see it on the ice. It's getting harder and harder to create chances. Their structures is really solid. I think the trust level within each player just rises, and I feel like that's when you really see what your team's made of, and you start really making strides as an organization when you play these types of game and kind of the winning environment that is required, and it's a lot of fun.
How much more comfortable are you feeling with like your teammates and line?
Yeah, it helps for sure, and I think it's both ways to have maybe different style of play than other players nowadays in the league, and when it's more about speed and things like that, I like to be sticky in the corner, hang on, keep plays alive, be hard to play against, hang on to pucks. Kind of a lot of the little things that I had to learn over the course of my career, and that's what's been keeping me around. So obviously I want to keep getting better at it.
David, you also know what it takes to play at this time of year, right? Like, this is the time to lift your game, isn't it?
No, it is, and it's having composure through the course of a game, course of a stretch of games, or even when it hasn't gone all that well for me at times this year, just stay with it. Like, there's no point to kind of let the play come to you by your work ethic, by having the confidence that going out there every shift doing the right things is going to come around for you personally, but also for a team. And I felt like last game was a good example. We were really physical on them early in the game, and it felt like later on in the game we were able to come back because of it. And maybe that's something you don't do early in the year. Maybe that's something you learn throughout the course of a season. But our composure throughout the game was excellent yesterday.
I asked Brady yesterday. I wanted to ask you, you've had a bit of time to reflect here. What message did the moves your general manager made on Friday send to that room?
Yeah, like, you see Josh leaving, and I saw the reaction of obviously a lot of the 5, 6, 8 guys that have been around with him for a long time, and it's really tough. I gave them space. I gave Josh some space. I'll send him a text. I said goodbye to him as well, but I think it kind of a little bit opens up the subject of, hey, it's going to keep happening until you really find a way to take next steps. Like I've seen in St. Louis every single year where you feel like you're taking stride as an organization, and Doug would come in and make another move, and there's even a year that it was me that went somewhere. So you never want to be part of that. You want to be part of the solution, and it doesn't mean it's not the problem. The GMs are always trying to make their teams better, and they're not going to keep just stand still. And I think that was a big reason probably for the moves.
Just in terms of Brady in particular, like watching the emotion that he had Friday saying goodbye to a friend, and then like the flip side yesterday, the elation of the joy of scoring in overtime. Like, what have you learned about him this year being around him as much?
I mean, I knew his heart was big, but he's got a big heart. He cares so much, and I think he loves bringing the fans along with him too. With the ride, you saw his reaction even on the ice after. We saw it on social media, and like you want fans to embrace him, embrace our situation right now. I think they've done that obviously over the course of his career, but I think let's raise it up a notch for him and for the whole team. It was a great atmosphere yesterday.
I think one thing players are good at though is turning the page. Like,
well, we had to. It's a business. Like, it's really hard. It's a tough day. I mean, some days you might play on the trade deadline and say, "Oh, it's good we played," because you move on right away. And then maybe we felt like it was nice to have a day off in between, and especially for those guys, for Brady that was so close with Josh and others. That's what happened. It's the league. It's gonna. Like even when we won the Stanley Cup in 19 and moves happened over the summer, we traded for Justin Falk. Pat Maroon went somewhere else, and GMs are always trying to make their teams better.
You play the Red Wings tomorrow, and you were on a team that your Red Wings were pushing for a spot, and you guys came in here in that 2-game series, and it didn't work out very well.
Yeah, it feels like a while ago, but it's also fresh on my mind the way the game started with just kind of Brady chipping pucks in, going on the forecheck. And I think more than him just doing that, we have to have that team mentality of going in there and being physical. That's what I said earlier. I feel like Cuz came in, had 9 hits, I want to say, on the sheet anyway. I think Drake had 7. Most guys had 2 or 3 hits, whatever. it's got to be a team aspect that we got to get comfortable playing these types of games, and no matter what happens, some nights you lose a game, but you feel like you've put your best foot forward, and maybe if you play over a course of a 7-game series against that team, they're going to start feeling it at some point. So it's got to be a team aspect of it for sure.
You were on the Detroit team last year that was pushing to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now you're on the Senators team that's doing the same thing. Maybe a bit of a broad question, but what would you say is the biggest difference between these two teams?
I mean, it's always hard to say. It's a new year. I'm proud of the work that the guys put in, all committed and invested. Since training camp, really, I came in and guys were in the gym every single day. You don't have to pull guys from the back room to bring them in the gym ever. I've never seen that here. That's something that's really impressive. Even as an older guy, maybe retired or not one day, it pushes everyone. It keeps up. It makes you keep up. And I think, I mean, I don't want to talk about the team I was on last year. There's no point. We were close. I think we were a point away literally to make the playoffs, and it's going to come down maybe to similar here this year. So hopefully my experience can help, and this time we're 1 point ahead of last year.
Is there a bit of a contagious style of play here right now, as it's kind of rinse and repeat and not let anything bother you and just go about your business?
Yeah, we just got to try and win as many hockey games as we can, and I feel like if we play the way we especially played in the first against New York, we have a chance to win every night, and that's what we just got to keep doing. And I love the morale we showed as a group coming back, and I'm really happy and proud of the guys.
How fun is it to play, sorry Julian, how fun is it to play that let's not get rattled style of hockey?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's probably times in the game where you get a little frustrated. Their goalie was outstanding yesterday, I felt like, but we just stuck with it, and we got big goals by Ammo and Ritz getting us back into it, and they just crashed the net and kept it simple, and got kind of ugly goals. So and then one from Brady goes in, so you never really know what's happening, but obviously I think we just got to keep chipping away and keep sticking together.
What does it mean to you to be as productive as you've been these last few games at such a crucial point in your team's season?
I mean, the most means to me that we're in the playoff race. That's all that matters to me. Obviously, if I can contribute to that, that's great. But in the end, I just got to find a way to get better every day and try and help this team win more games.
How have you seen this team maybe evolve in terms of finding ways to win and coming back in games like you have in the last couple of games?
Yeah, I think we're just sticking together. Obviously, a lot of guys stepped up as well, and just finding the game too. I mean, a lot of new guys coming the year, so they're just getting better every day too. And we're obviously really glad we got those guys, and we just got to stick together as a group. Doesn't matter what happens, and we're really confident in ourselves. So.
Is it something where this year you guys are maybe a bit more calm when, like, depending on the lead or where the game's at, where you're not getting riding the highs or lows too much?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had a lot of those games this year where we came back and kind of just grinded our way back. And but also if we play with the lead, I think we were playing way smarter with the lead, and we just got to keep that up.
How has it been for you the last day or so, navigating all the different emotions? I mean, you're happy about the players you've been getting in, but losing a guy like Josh obviously means a lot to you guys.
Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard, really emotional for the whole group. He's one of my closest friends for sure. He still is. Obviously it sucks to see him go. But obviously, like you said, I think we're happy to have the guys here, and we tried the best to get him in as quick as possible with the loss from Josh. But I wish him all the best, and I'm going to keep watching him play because I love watching him play.
How do you go about getting new guys acclimated onto a new team when they get traded or you sign them?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I think everybody kind of gets along right away. So they knew a couple of the guys already, and then just like a little text maybe, and just try and get him housing quick, and so they don't have to stay at a hotel. I think that's the most important, and that they just feel welcome. And they're awesome guys, so make it really easy for us as well to just get him in, and we're happy to have him.
Would you have said, like, Paterka a text to say, hey, what do I need to know about these guys, or anything like that for some background info on your teammates?
Yeah, he just asked me if Josh speaks German, if that rumor is true, but I told him no, it's not. He doesn't speak German, so yeah.
Is this team enjoying going from, it appears as though, correct me if I'm wrong, but going from yesterday's biggest game of the season to tomorrow night's biggest game of the season? Is it a moment of embracement, do you think?
Yeah, obviously, I think we enjoyed that we won last game, but we just got to get back right at it. We don't have time to think. We just got to keep playing our way, and every game is big. Doesn't matter who we play. Obviously, division rivals, but we just got to win as many games as we can. And like I said, I feel like if we play the way we played, we have a good chance.
What does it mean to you where basically every game from here on out, you have to have this Game 7 mentality and every game matters compared to previous seasons where you guys might not have been as competitive around this time?
Yeah, it's the best. I love it, and I think all the guys love it too. There's nothing better than playing hockey for something, and it means a lot to us. We know it means a lot to the fans, and but like I said, the season is still long, and we just got to keep chipping away, go day by day, and have that winning mentality.
What's made your line with Giroux and Tkachuk so effective the last couple games since you've kind of been put together?
Yeah, I think we were terrible against Chicago, but I think we came out really hard yesterday. Created a lot of chances, played really well together, and had a good game. So we just got to build chemistry, and obviously I think in the past when we played together we had that chemistry, and I think yesterday we showed that we can play good together.
What have you made of Jake Sanderson's season to this point? Already posting career highs in points and obviously taking that step as a number one defenseman.
Yeah, he's gonna be like legit, like top 2 defenseman in the world. I think so, if he's not already. And he's sick. Like, he's so fun to watch. Just what he does on a nightly basis. Great skater, so patient, and just his defensive game too. Like, it's so elite for his young age, and we're lucky to have him.
Top 2.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
David Perron was 1 point away from making the playoffs last year. How can his experience help you guys to navigate through the ups and downs until the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, he won a cup too, so I think that's more important. And obviously, I think, like I said, I think the mentality just has to be we got to go day by day. Every game is big for us, and every game is big for the other teams as well. It's so tight, and we just got to keep chipping away.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. Looking forward to stepping on ice tomorrow, and it's going to be fun.
Did you expect to be moved on Friday? Not a lot of people were taken by surprise.
Kind of. I did too. I'm just happy to be here. I'm looking forward just to start.
Where were you when you got word that you'd been moved, Fabian?
I was in the red light sauna, actually. So, so I came out and I saw my phone was blowed up, and that's how I found out.
And then after that, like, did you get on the flight? What happened immediately after that?
No, I mean, I talked to a lot of guys on the phone. Some of the teammates here texted me too. Just packed my stuff, and then I went there the day after.
What was that last road trip like with the Sharks? It was a long one right before the deadline. You had some guys with expiring contracts. What was that like to go through with that group?
I mean, it was a long trip. A lot of guys brought big suitcases and stuff, but I mean, it's business, and things happens quick, and
Now, are you just to be on a team that kind of going for the playoffs right now?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, get to start here, I'm so excited.
Is there anyone you knew here at all, or cross paths with any of the?
No, not really actually. I just knew that like 2 Swedish goalies and an Alfie too. So I know most of the guys, but not know them as a friends. No.
What can you bring to this team?
I want to bring my game, hard on pucks, get in front of the net, and be around there, and put some puck in the net too.
You did see the Senators a couple times earlier on the year with San Jose. Just what did you see from this team that you can kind of take to be joining this team now?
Yeah, how hard they are to play against, and physical, and just a tough team to play against, and that's important in this league, and I'm looking forward to start.
What kind of growth did you have within your own game the last few years, and developing yourself into an everyday NHL player in a market where they were going through a bit of a, I guess, full-on rebuild and getting much younger in the process.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tough years, but important years for me to get used to NHL hockey more, and get a lot of playing time, and a lot of points too, and all that kind of stuff. And I feel really confident about myself, and stepping in this locker room here is just make it feel better.
How confident are you about your game at 5-on-5?
I would say I'm really confident. I like to hold on to the puck, use my teammates out there, and also find open spots in the O-zone, and not afraid to shoot the puck either.
How important is being a physical presence on this team in terms of you're a guy who likes to throw the body around?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna use my body out there as much as I can, and create some space for my teammates.
I was wondering, you said you were red lights on when you found out about the deal. You just got in and put some work in here today. I wonder how much you value recovery and taking care of yourself, and how has that evolved over the last number of years for you?
Yeah, I mean, you get used to it, how so many games in this league, and you want to treat your body every day, to prepare for the games, and that's what I'm trying to do on off days and after practices and everything. So I'm pretty good at that.
Have you had any conversations with Daniel Alfredsson specifically, and what it means to kind of be here with him as well?
Yeah, we talked a little bit today. Great man. He's had a great career here, and I mean, it's great to see him.
So I guess day after what was yesterday, just what are your reactions and kind of settling in now today? Just how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. Obviously, that was a huge win for us last night, and just a pretty awesome game. So, it was a good start for being here. I think it was very exciting. I'm just very happy to be here and be part of this group, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the guys better.
Have some time to spend with some of the guys after the game last night?
Yeah, I went for dinner with a few of them, and we just talked, watched some hockey. But it's obviously a lot going on right now, but I'm sure I'll get to know them more and more as the days go on.
What's it like to go from where you were 2 days ago, 3 days ago, to jumping right into the thick of a playoff race?
Yeah, it's a little different for sure. We were at a point over there where, kind of all hope was lost for the playoffs. I got to switch that mentality quick to back to playoff hockey. I'm just excited to be in the hunt, and these guys did a good job putting themselves in this spot, and I'm grateful to join them and be a part of this group.
Are there past experiences that you can draw from to get yourself into this mode?
Yeah. A couple years ago, we were in the hunt. We missed by a point that 1 year in Buffalo, and you're going to lose some games, and you just got to forget about it and move on and get ready for the next one. There's multiple times we thought we were out of it in Buffalo that year, and we battled back right into it. So, if we lose one, it happens. You're not going to win them all. Just move on and get ready for the next one.
You talked yesterday just about trying to find that physical edge to your game again. I wonder what ultimately you learned from your time in Buffalo, where I understand as a player you're always trying to get better, but as the seasons wore on, and as outside of a couple years ago where you were close, how you try to push through that when the team success maybe isn't where you would like it to be.
Yeah, it was tough at times. It was tough going through, being so close to making the playoffs that 1 year and then taking a step back and then taking another step back this year. It's tough mentally, and obviously I know I'm a part of that. I could have played better to help them be better, and it was tough. But I'm just, like I said before, I'm just very excited to be here and get things going with this group.
Yeah, welcome aboard. How is this feeling for you today?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously Friday was chaotic, nothing that probably anybody ever expects. But right from the first phone call I got, it's been first class all the way through. They had a great flight for us set up and car services, and made me and Dylan really comfortable right from the jump.
It helped that getting thrown right into the fire here yesterday, that you didn't have a whole lot of time to think about things?
Yeah, I think maybe a blessing in disguise. It was a little, we were like, wow, okay, we're literally playing in 12 hours tomorrow. But it was good. Had some meetings with the coaches and figured out the general gist of the systems. It's all the same stuff. Everyone kind of does different things, and then just meeting some of the guys, and they were great talking us through different things and between periods. So yeah, it was good.
Have you been told what your role will be with this team?
No, I mean, I think I have a pretty good understanding of who I am as a player and what my game is. I feel like they probably do as well. So yeah, just be a really good teammate and bring it every time I'm in the lineup and be hard to play against, move the puck quick, defend well, block shots, hit. I mean, you guys know that's kind of my thing.
So
2 years, like Ottawa and Buffalo have kind of been trying to accomplish similar things. What had been your impression of this group over your days with the Sabres?
I think, Buffalo is like everybody cares there and everybody's trying, and it's a lot of really good people. My day and a half here have been very similar. I think the veteran presence they have in the room here is very noticeable, and you can tell that the guys that are younger definitely gravitate toward those guys. Just from watching and stuff, and I have as well. But yeah, it's a great team, and you can tell the city's kind of buzzing right now, which is a lot of fun. And this is the best time you're to be playing meaningful games, so we're excited.
we saw your physicality kind of on display in the first game yesterday, but just what do you bring from that standpoint to the team's game, and especially down a stretch like this where the team's pushing for a playoff spot?
Yeah, just to be hard to play against. I mean, we have a lot of games against the same teams, and then getting into the playoffs, like you really got to lean on people and make people's lives hard and punish guys for trying to go to the net or punish guys for forechecking. Like you can make guys' lives difficult. And that's something that I definitely focus on doing, and I'm going to keep trying to do it.
You've had some battles with Brady in the past. Was it a little bit weird celebrating with him yesterday?
No, he texted me like right away on Friday, and we had a laugh when I saw him yesterday morning. I think that's just, I mean, even after the game, I got asked about him, and I said, like, he's an incredible player and like an ultimate leader for his team. I mean, he does everything for us here, and I think it's water under the bridge. But yeah, I mean, I think he can also appreciate, like, I'm the same way, so I'm going to stick up for my teammates, and now we can do it for each other, I guess.